Money, 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 and homeschooling. Those two things influence a lot of decisions when they come together, and I get a lot of questions about it. Today, we're going to talk about how much does it cost to homeschool your children, especially in the state of California. I'm Jacqueline. This is Homeschool Hangout.xyz, where I, a veteran homeschooler of many, many years, answers questions to help you homeschool with peace and clarity, especially in the state of California. And if you like this and you like these kinds of videos, do me a favor, thumbs up, like, subscribe, join my Facebook group, follow me on Instagram, follow me as Nerd Mom on Twitter, all the things. And let's get into it. So a frequent question I get is, how much does it really cost to homeschool your children in California? I've dealt with a lot of parents who say, I'm trying to decide whether or not to do charter school because charter offers financially to allow my kids to do things, and I'm afraid of how much it all costs. Well, here's the good and the bad. Technically, it costs $0 to homeschool your children in the state of California. Practically, it can cost some money. I view homeschooling costs, prices, whatever you spend, kind of like your children's clothing. You can go high end, and I'm looking at like a full online program through like Liberty University is anywhere from, I'm looking at the prices right now. For kindergarten can cost $1,700 a year. Up to high school, it can cost just under $4,000 a year. And I know that includes a lot of the stuff. You can also go the complete opposite, and your curriculum and everything can be for free. You've got Easy Peasy, and it's got a completely free online available to you curriculum. And you can go somewhere in the middle. Now, I know that also means like, how much are lessons? How much are, choirs? How much are activities? Well, that like clothing depends on you and how much you want to spend on that. This is seriously a hugely motivating factor of why so many people in California sign up to do charters so they can get their kids lessons and things for free. I was somewhere in the middle. I did Story of the World, which I reused it multiple times, and so it's a little bit of an expense, but a couple $100s. I did Singapore Math back when Singapore Math was like $10 a book, and we go through 4 books a year. So $40 there. It's more expensive now. We used a lot of online stuff. That was free. We also did choir, and our choir could cost anywhere between $60 to almost $100 a semester for our kids. So there is money that you can spend, but you don't have to do choir. You don't have to put them in individual piano lessons, but you can. But just like if you were in public school, some of those things are going to be covered by your charter school and some aren't. And each charter school is a little different. Here in Fresno, there's some charter schools that have vendors, and so they are willing to accept charter money. Now, the choir my kids were in wouldn't accept charter money. So we have charter kids who take it, and their parents have to write a check, just like if you wanted your kid to have extra music lessons and they were in public school, if you think about it that way. But there is no, you need to spend at least this much to get a quality education. You can get a quality education at any level. You can base almost everything out of the library. I know that there are things like Schoolhouse Teachers, which I have a link to, and it is affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, just helps me. Schoolhouse Teachers that has complete online boxed curriculums for every grade, and you pay that by the family. So I think that's a couple $100s a year. I really like them when I reviewed it. And so you can do that. So if you've got one kid or you got 20 kids, though 20 kids exhausts me just the idea of it. But no matter how many kids you have, you pay one flat fee for that and can use it for all of your students. I always get, when I was homeschooling younger, not so much for my senior, something called the free, or it's not the free, it's the math worksheet site. And they have a free side, which is a lot of stuff, but I pay the $25 a year and would get the extra stuff. So like we found a lot of support all the way up through algebra on that site and basic skills and all kinds of stuff. It was great. So you could use that as part of your math curriculum. You can do any level of that no matter what you want. There is no flat, this is what it costs. Now, that does mean you're going to have to make decisions. It does mean if you have a fixed budget, that you might have to choose to do one thing over the other. Now, I'll be honest though, as a private homeschooler, I have so much freedom that, yeah, my kids didn't get a ton of private art lessons or private piano lessons, but they got other things that I felt was worth more because we did what we could with our budget and our time. That's the other part. Some of these things, yeah, they were expensive, but they were also so time consuming. You have to make those choices for yourself. Like I said, we kind of did a hybrid model. We didn't spend a whole lot. And seriously, just like you can dress on any budget, you can homeschool on any budget. But here's the fun part. What do the statistics say? People have very, very expensive and relatively cheap have about the same level of education. And what I mean by that is if you are doing homeschool on the cheap, you might have to put in more work. You might to gather everything. It's not just in a box, but you are spending the time investing in your kids. And I'll be honest, I did it relatively cheap and I didn't invest that much time laying out curriculums and stuff. Or if you're like got this very bespoke, super expensive program, that also will get you some results, but there's not a huge difference in outcome. So don't feel like more expensive has to be right. It doesn't. It needs to be right for you. So the real answer to how much does it cost to homeschool in California? Whatever you want it to. No more, no less. Take a deep breath. You've got this, mom and dad. You can educate your children at home without any help from the state, and you can do this on any budget. If you would like some more specifics, like, oh, use this curriculum, or here's where I get this for this price, let me know and I can give you some links, and have a great day. Bye.